brothers and sisters are Jupiter, who is now king of the gods, Juno, who is now queen of the gods, Ceres, goddess of the harvest, Pluto, god of the underworld, and Neptune, god of the sea. I am thought to keep the home fires burning, which means I keep the fires of every Roman citizen's home burning so that they can stay warm. I also watch over the women of Rome when they are sitting in the central courtyard doing their sewing and cooking. I am calm, forgiving, non-judgmental, caring, and dependable. I would never involve myself in a fight or in an argument. I was once the most important goddess that walked in Olympus. But soon, I began to be forgotten. Let me tell you the story that no one seems to remember, so that you may hear the tragic tale of my story as a goddess of Rome. When I was younger, my father took me up and swallowed me. If it wasn't for my mother, who hatched a plan to trick my father, I would not be the goddess I am today. My mother was bound and determined to keep one of her children alive. Because Jupiter was her last child, she protected him at all costs. My mother tricked my father into swallowing a stone wrapped in cloth instead of my baby brother, Jupiter. When my father swallowed the stone, it caused him to throw me and all of my other siblings up. I was the first to be swallowed and the last to be vomited out. That is why some people call me Vesta, the first and the last. Later my brother Jupiter became the king of the gods and married my sister, Juno. As I grew older, I became more beautiful and graceful, which caused Apollo and my brother Neptune to become attracted to me and fight for my hand. I rejected both of them in a heartbeat because I wanted to remain pure. I then went to my brother to ask if I could remain unmarried, and he gave me his permission. My brother was so pleased that he gave me the key to Olympus so that I could take care of it and protect it. I enjoyed the life I lived. My job was to fill the pantry with wine and food for when the gods and goddesses would return from their adventures. I prepared their clothing and armor for any adventure that they decided to embark upon. I was also the protector of Rome because I guarded each and every one of the Romans' homes. Even though I was protecting Rome, the people were not worshiping me as they should have been. I thank and respect Numa Pompilius for being the first to restore the worship of me. He created a circular temple in my honor, which had a perpetual fire that burned for all time. Later, young women of Rome were appointed to keep the sacred flame going and watch over it. These young and helpful women were called the Vestal Virgins. One day, a man by the name of Hannibal made a plan to attack Rome, and the people were terrified. They made a plan to honor the top 12 gods and goddesses and create a council called the Dei Consentants. I, of course, was included in this council. When the nasty Hannibal never entered Rome again, this council was praised and worshipped. The people made stone heads of each of the 12 gods and goddesses. The sculpture of my head was placed next to Vulcan, god of the fire. When you go to your villas and sit by your hearths, remember that I am the one who watches over them. Be thankful that your home is protected, and remember that I am the one who protects it. Many nights I sit alone and weep because I know that you will not remember me. My legacy was not carried over like my brother's. I was once one of the 12 most important goddesses, but my story has vanished into the shadows. Please do not let my legacy die away. Share my story with your friends. It is one of battles and tragedies. Remember me when you are cold and you will be warm. Remember me when you need light, or else you will dwell in the shadows